Want to move fast in the markets? cPro hotkeys are built for speed. Hotkeys are divided into 5 categories: general, trading, chart, orders, positions. We'll take a look at each of these categories in this video. For each category you wish to use, ensure the enabled category option is checked. Under the general category, you can create hotkeys to easily switch between workspaces. For instance, if you have 3 workspaces, you can create a hotkey to move to the next workspace and another hotkey to return to the previous workspace. Let's create a hotkey together. To do so, we begin by clicking on New Hotkey. Here we have our direction, either the next workspace or the previous workspace. And then we hit the enter keystroke from our keyboard. For example, let's use Ctrl+Shift+1. Once we have entered our hotkey parameters, we click Save. Next, let's click Done. Let's demonstrate this hotkey together. So we're in workspace 1. I'm going to press Ctrl+Shift+1 on my keyboard, and you see it takes me to the next workspace. Next, we have the trading category. Under the trading category, you can create hotkeys to create and execute orders. Each hotkey is associated with a link column that integrates with the various windows on your platform. Let's create a trading category hotkey together. We begin by selecting New Hotkey, and now we have our hotkey parameters. So our link color, we will have to select whichever color is currently set on our layout. That will be our chart, market depth, time and sales, and so forth. So for example, if we look in the background, we see on our chart here with Apple, we have a link color set green. Therefore, if we select the link color as green, it will trigger on the symbol Apple. Let's go back to our workspace 1. We see here we have a link color red, and that is set to the symbol Ford. So if we create a hotkey with the link color red, it will trigger the Ford symbol. So let's buy a limit order 100 shares at our quantity. Now for the quantity field, we have an option of using shares or a percentage of your current stock buying power. For our limit price, let's use Ask Plus. Let's go 10 cents duration. Day route is the default route, or we can select a route. Once again, we enter our keystrokes from our keyboard. Let's use Ctrl+Shift+B for buy now. Here, as you can see, it says the combination cannot be used. That's meant it's already in use. So let's try another. Let's try Ctrl+Shift+2. So we can see that this is available now. Here, we check the execute trade immediately upon pressing box, so that once we press the keystroke from our keyboard, the order is triggered right away. If this box is not checked, then we will receive a confirmation before the order is triggered. Let's hit save. We can see here that our hotkey was created by 100 shares at the Ask Plus price of 10 cents using a limit order with the link color red and a keystroke Ctrl+Shift+2. We hit done. Let's demo this hotkey. Now I'm going to press Ctrl+Shift+2 from my keyboard, and we can see that we can buy an order for 100 shares Ford was placed at the limit price of $11.85 and filled at the limit price of $11.75. Now the current ask is $11.75, but our order was triggered at the limit price of $11.85. Because of our hotkey configuration, we set our limit price to the Ask Plus of 10 cents. Now let's look at the chart category. Now in the chart category, you can create a hotkey to switch between time frames on a chart. For example, you can set a hotkey to toggle from a 5-second chart to a 1-day chart. So here, let's use a 5-second as a time frame and use Alt-A. We hit save and save. Now, we see our chart here is currently at a 1-minute chart. Let's press Alt-A on the keyboard and we'll switch it to a 5-second chart. Next, let's look at the orders category. The orders category provides a single option, and that is to create a hotkey to cancel all open orders. Where there's a designated keystroke for this hotkey is activated, it will cancel all open orders associated with this specific symbol and link color. Alright, we see that we currently have this hotkey already set up with keystroke Control C. So let's place an open order. Let's buy 100 shares of Ford at a limit price of $11. We hit confirm and send. Okay, let's adjust the quantity. So let's buy 1 share at $11. Confirm and send. So now you see we do have a working buy limit order for 1 share Ford at $11. Now, if you remember, we can go back to our orders category. We see that the keystroke to cancel all open orders, which is a single function that this category offers, is Control C. So let's press Control C from the keyboard. We can see that this order was immediately cancelled. And our last category is the positions category. In the positions category, you can set up hotkeys to close your positions based on the specific parameter. The default hotkeys available are close half and close full. Now, let's check the trade execution immediately upon pressing for our close half, and then we can demonstrate both. The close half keystroke is Alt H, and the close our full position, the keystroke is Alt F. Now, as we know, we have a long position of 100 shares Ford. Let's close half of this, and half will be, of course, 50 shares. So we're going to press Alt H, and as we can see, it triggered a market order to sell 50 shares of Ford. Now let's use Alt F, and that will close the remainder of our position, which will be all 50 shares this time. Alt F, and our position is now closed, and we are now flat. And these are how we can set up and execute hotkeys on the Capital on the cPro platform based on different categories. With hotkeys, cPro makes trading faster, smoother, and more efficient.